Good morning, students. Today we are going to read chapter 14, A Copper Coin. Let's read the chapter. Mahatma Gandhi, during the freedom struggle, went from village to village and city to city collecting funds for the Charkha Sangh. Once, when he was on a tour, he addressed a meeting in Orissa, present day Odisha. After finishing his speech, he sat down. People began to come forward to give donations for the Sangh. Gandhiji was glad to see the contributions for the noble cause. Students, it is a story during our country's freedom struggle. महात्मा गांधी जी एक गांव से दूसरे गांव, एक शहर से दूसरे शहर जाते थे चरखा संघ के लिए फंड्स कलेक्ट करने के लिए. So during that tour, he addressed a meeting in Orissa. After he finished his address, people began to come forward to give donations for the Sangh. Gandhiji was happy to see the contributions of the people. Suddenly his attention was taken up towards a poor old woman. She had got up from the audience. She was bent with age, her hair was grey and her clothes were in tatters. She was pleading before the volunteers who were trying to stop her. She wanted to meet him. Gandhiji beckoned her to him and volunteers allowed her to approach him. Reaching there, she touched his feet. अचानक एक गरीब और बूढ़ी औरत ऑडियंस में से उठती है. She was bent with age, her hair was grey and clothes were torn. Volunteers उसको रोकने की बहुत कोशिश करते हैं, but she insisted to meet Gandhiji. Gandhiji told them to make her meet him. The poor woman brought out a copper coin from the fold of her sari and placed it at his feet. Gandhiji picked up the copper coin and put it away carefully. His eyes were moist. So that old and poor woman, when reached near Gandhiji, took out a copper coin from her folds of sari and placed it at Gandhiji's feet. गांधी जी वो कॉपर कॉइन उठाते हैं और उनकी आइज़ जो हैं वो नम हो जाती हैं, नमी आ जाती है उनकी आइज़ में. As he was greatly touched by her gesture. Jamnalal Bajaj was in charge of the Charkha Sangh funds. He asked Gandhiji for the coin, but he refused. Jamnalal Bajaj said laughingly, I keep checks worth thousands of rupees for the Charkha Sangh. You don't trust me with a mere copper coin. उस टाइम जमनालाल बजाज जो थे वो इंचार्ज थे चरखा संघ फंड के. So he asked Gandhiji for that copper coin, but Gandhiji refused to give him. Surprised, Jamnalal said laughingly that he kept checks worth thousands of rupees for the Sangh and he didn't trust him for a mere copper coin. Gandhiji looked at him and said, No, I trust you, but this copper coin is worth more than those thousands. If a man has several lakhs and he gives away 1,000, it doesn't matter much. But this coin was all that the poor woman possessed. She gave it away. She made a great sacrifice in her generosity. That is why I value this copper coin more than a crore of rupees. I will keep it safe myself in respect of her generosity. जब जमनालाल ने गांधी जी को ये कहा कि शायद उनको उसके ऊपर यकीन नहीं है, तो गांधी जी ने उसको कहा कि मुझे तुम पे ट्रस्ट है. बट द वर्थ ऑफ दैट कॉपर कॉइन वॉज मोर देन दोज ह्यूज अमाउंट्स. He told him that a rich person can part away with little amounts, but that poor woman was dependent on that single coin, and that too she gave it away. So it was a great sacrifice by her. Hence, for Gandhiji, it was very precious and so thought of keeping it with himself. So, moral of the story is learn to be generous in giving and receiving. Generous means happy to give more money, help, etc. to others. So, generosity is done by a pure heart with no expectations and reward from others. The world would be a better place if more people show generosity to others, and one must recognize and appreciate them for their generosity. Thanks and have a nice day.